Hello, hi friends. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, friends. Good morning, students. Department of Collegiate and Technical Education, Bangalore. Department of Automobile Engineering. That is here the subject design of machine elements, and this is the subject for fifth semester diploma in automobile engineering. So that is under this subject, that is fourth chapter, unit number 4 or chapter number 4, design of simple machine parts. Under this, during last session I have covered the same subject, that is the design of machine elements and design of simple parts, that is knuckle joint, design of knuckle joint. So already I have explained the different parameters and introduction about the knuckle joint and detailed design procedure of knuckle joint. So everything is explained in last topic. Okay, so now under the session number 12, so now I am going to teach you some solved examples on knuckle joint. So how we have to solve the problem. So already solved. Actually I am going to explain the steps one by one again in front of you people. Okay, so actually what are the contents that are included in this chapter, let us understand. So first one is the some solved examples on design of knuckle joint, question answer and homework, multiple choice questions and references. Okay, so now we will start the first problem, that is problem number 1. So actually read the question carefully and take down the data very clearly, then only it is easy to solve the problem and it is easy to design the knuckle joint. Okay, so while taking the data very careful, be careful. So what type of data is given and whether it is conversion is there, whether it is direct data is there. So everything, every step and every point is to be remembered while taking the data. So now I will read the first question, that is problem number 1. Design a knuckle joint to connect two MS bars under a tensile load of 25 kilonewton. The allowable stresses are 65 megapascal in tension, 50 megapascal in shear and 83 megapascal in crushing. So here these are all the data which are given in the problem number 1. Okay, so now, so first thing is tensile load is given, that is capital P. Capital P is equal to 25 kilonewton, but kilonewton is here, so 25 into 10 raised to 3 you will get in terms of Newton. Okay, so allowable stresses are 65 MPa in tension, that is sigma T. So that we have to take sigma T. Sigma T is equal to 65 megapascal. Megapascal means 65 Newton per mm square, and 50 megapascal in shear, that is tau value. Tau is equal to 50. MPa means megapascal, so that is equal to 50 Newton per mm square, and crushing stress, that is crushing stress is denoted by sigma C. Therefore sigma C is equal to 83 megapascal, that is equal to 83 Newton per mm square. Okay, so now we can refer the DDHB. So here there are so many failures will occur on this type of joint. So first point is to be cleared here. First one is failure of solid rod in tension. Okay, the equation is already available in DDHB, design data handbook. So page number 67, wide equation 4.19a. So what is the equation? Let us understand. So P is equal to load is equal to area into tensile stress, that is area means what? Area of the rod is pi divided by 4 d square into sigma T. So by applying this formula you will solve the D value, or you can find out the D value by applying and by substituting all these values in this equation. Finally we will get D value, so that is D is equal to 24 mm. Okay, the other dimensions of the knuckle joint are from DDHB, page number 68. So all these empirical formulae which are printed in DDHB, that is design data handbook, that is different parameters like B, C, D, E, F. These are all the notations that we have used. So for the different dimensions. So first thing is diameter of the knuckle pin. So already we know that, already we calculated the D value. D value means diameter of the rod. So D is equal to 24 mm. Okay. So next, the second one is diameter of the knuckle pin, that is small d1. So that should be equal to D value. So therefore d1 is equal to small d, that is equal to 24 mm. Write up the same thing. So next, outer diameter of the eye. So that is denoted by capital D. So capital D is equal to what is the empirical formula? So that is equal to 2D. Therefore 2D means 2 into 24, you will get 48 mm. Okay. Next, the diameter of the pin head and collar, it is denoted by capital C. So that is equal to 1.5 times of D. So that is equal to 1.5 into 24, you will get 36 mm. So next, the thickness of the collar and pin head, it is denoted by capital E. So that is equal to D by 2. So D means what? D is equal to 24. Therefore D divided by 2, 24 divided by 2, you will get 12 mm. Okay. Thickness of the fork, that is denoted by capital B. So that should be equal to 0.75 D. So that is equal to 0.75 into 24, you will get 18 mm. Okay. So next, thickness of the single eye rod end, thickness of the single eye rod or rod end, it is denoted by capital F. So that should be equal to 1.5 D. Therefore 1.5 into 24, you will get a 36 mm. So these are all the dimensions that we have to write down very clearly. After that, it is very easy to substitute all these values in the application, in the different formulae, and we will get the different values. So next, second failure is nothing but failure of knuckle pin in shear. So with respect to formula, so it is which is available in DDHB, that is P is equal to area into stress. So what type of stress is going to be applied here? Shear stress. Therefore we should take tau value. So area of the knuckle pin, what is the area of knuckle pin? So P is equal to pi divided by 4 into d1 square into stress, that is shear stress, that is tau into 2. So because 2, why it is multiplied by 2 means what? Actually forked end is having two eyes. So one is at upper side and another one is at lower side. Therefore double shear will take place. Therefore it should be multiplied by 2. Therefore by using this relation, you should calculate tau value. So tau value, tau is to be separated outside, and by applying and by substituting all these values, you will get the value of shear stress of the knuckle pin. So it is about 27.63 Newton per mm square. But actually permissible value is also given in the problem, that is 15 Newton per mm square. But actually as per our calculation, we calculated tau value for this pin shear, that is 27.63. So it is less than 50 Newton per mm square, that is induced shear stress of the knuckle pin is less than permissible shear stress. Hence the design is safe in knuckle pin. Okay. So now third point is failure of the single eye or rod end in tension. So here with respect to formula, so formula is also available in page number 67, that is DDHB. So that is load is equal to area of the single eye into tensile stress, that is F into capital D minus small d1, close the bracket, multiplied by tensile load, that is sigma t, because we are going to calculate the tensile stress on the failure of single eye. Okay. Therefore P is equal to F bracket capital D minus small d1 bracket close into bracket into tensile stress, that is sigma t. Okay. So next, here in this equation, what we have to calculate means we have to calculate sigma t, that is tensile stress. So tensile stress should be taken outside, then we will have P divided by F into bracket capital D minus small d1, close the bracket. So by substituting all values here, you will get value, that is sigma t of the single eye, that is 28.93 Newton per mm square. But what is permissible value here? Permissible value for the rod end is 65 Newton per mm square. Therefore induced tensile load is less than the permissible value. Hence the design is safe for the single eye. Okay. So now let us come to fourth point, failure of the single eye or rod end in shear. So already we calculated sigma t value, but here by using this equation we have to calculate shear stress, that is what type of formula we have here. P is equal to area into shear stress. Therefore area of the single eye, that is F, same formula, but instead of sigma t what I am going to apply, shear, that is tau. Instead of sigma t I have put tau. So therefore tau is to be going to be calculated. Tau has to be taken outside. Therefore tau is equal to P divided by area of this single eye. All these values, so that I have substituted all these values in this equation, and finally we found this value, that is 28.93. This is called as what? Induced shear stress of the single eye. So it should be less than given permissible value. Therefore, so now what is the permissible value? 50 Newton per mm square. Therefore it is less than the permissible value. Hence the design is safe under single eye rod. Okay, so next coming to the failure of a single eye or rod end in crushing, that is fifth point. So by using the relation, so what is the formula? Load is equal to area into crushing stress of the single eye, because failure of the single eye or rod end in crushing. So crushing, so instead of putting tau as well as sigma t, we have to put crushing stress, that is it is denoted by sigma c. Therefore area into crushing stress, P is equal to F d1 into sigma c. So wide equation number, page number 67, because it is already available in DDHP Design Data Handbook, wide page number 67, equation number 4.21c. Okay, so next what we have to calculate here, sigma c is going to be calculated. Therefore sigma c has to be taken outside, and by applying or by substituting all these values in this equation, finally we get sigma c value, and it should be less than permissible value. Permissible value is like this, that is 83 Newton per mm square. But what we got, induced crushing stress for this single eye rod, that is 28.93 Newton per mm square. Hence it is less than the permissible value. Hence the design is safe in case of single eye or rod end. Okay, so next coming to discuss about, that is sixth point, failure of the forked end in tension. Okay, so failure of forked end in tension, so that is load is equal to area into stress, that is sigma t, because tensile stress is going to be applied. Therefore 2 into capital D minus small d1 into capital B value into sigma t, because failure of the forked end in tension, it should be multiplied by 2, because forked end is having two eyes, therefore it should be multiplied by 2. So therefore by using this relation, only the thing is to calculate sigma t. So therefore sigma t has to be taken outside, and by substituting all these values in the equation, we get finally sigma t, that is equal to 28.93 Newton per mm square. So it should be less than given permissible value. Hence the design of failure of forked end is safe in tension. Okay, so next coming to discuss about the point number 7, failure of the forked end in shear. So what type of relation is here? P is equal to 2 into bracket capital D minus D1 into B into shear, because shear stress is going to be applied here. Then what we are going to calculate here? Shear stress, that is tau is to be calculated. So tau has to be taken outside, and by substituting all these values you will get tau value. Therefore shear stress is equal to 28.93, same answer, Newton per mm square, and it should be less than given permissible value, that is 50 Newton per mm square. Hence the design is safe in forked end in shear. Okay, so next last one is failure of the forked end in crushing. So what is the relation here? So the relation is also available in the page number 67 DDHP, that is wide equation number 4.21d. Okay, so what is the equation here? Load is equal to area into crushing stress. Therefore P is equal to 2 times of B into D1 into sigma C. Therefore sigma C has to be calculated here. Therefore sigma C has to be taken outside. Okay, Therefore, sigma c is equal to load divided by area. Therefore, by substituting all these values, finally you will get this value, that is 28.93 Newton per mm square, and it is less than permissible value. Hence, all the induced stresses are less than the given permissible value or stresses. Therefore, the design of knuckle joint is safe. Okay, if it is, if the induced shear stress and induced tensile stress and induced crushing stress, if it becomes more than the given permissible value, then what is the procedure? Just you increase the d values, and increase the d value, and you can apply and you can calculate. Once again you can make a design about the knuckle joint. So this is the procedure of the, and this is the procedure, and this is the procedure, and as well as the problem solution of first problem. So now let us understand the second problem. So here in the second problem, design a knuckle joint for a tie rod end of a circular section to sustain a maximum pull of 100 kilonewton. But in last problem, load was given very little, but here in this problem load has given more, that is 100 kilonewton. 100 kilonewton means 100 into 10 raised to 3, because kilo, so kilo is to be converted into Newton. Therefore 100 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. So therefore ultimate strength of the material of the rod against tearing means tension. So tension means sigma t is equal to 420 megapascal means Newton per mm square. The ultimate tensile and shear strength of the pin material are 510 megapascal and 396 megapascal. Okay, so see here ultimate tensile stress for pin, that is sigma tu for pin 510 megapascal means 510 into Newton, 510 Newton per mm square, and ultimate shear stress tau u is equal to 396 megapascal. So okay, so P is equal to 100 kilonewton. Therefore 100 kilonewton means 100 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. Okay, so sigma T ultimate for rod, that is 420 megapascal, 420 Newton per mm square, and also factor of safety is also given in this problem. So that is very important thing. So when the factor of safety is given in any problem, we have to take care. Okay, so what are the stresses are given, so that should be divided by factor of safety, then you will get actually working stress. But actually here these are all the ultimate stresses, but we have to calculate working stresses just by dividing factor of safety. Either it may be 4 or it may be 2 or it may be 6, but here in this problem factor of safety is given, that is equal to 6. Okay, so now coming to calculate sigma t. So sigma t is equal to 420. So 420 divided by 6, you will get a 70 Newton per mm square. Okay, so next coming to calculate next parameter, and permissible shear stress for the pin material tau is equal to 396 divided by factor of safety, you will get a 66 Newton per mm square. For pin 510 Newton per mm square, but actually this data will not applicable in anywhere, therefore it is the extra data, hence it is said to be superfluous data, so it cannot be applied at anywhere. Okay, just leave it. Okay, since the tensile stress of the rod is given only, hence no need to method of checking, calculating shearing and crushing of the eye and forked end the failure of the joint are. Okay, so here what are the given data, on that data only we can calculate. So what are the data which are not given in the problem, then leave it. Only concerned to the data you have to calculate the different parameters. So first thing is failure of the solid rod in tension. So what is the formula? Actually load is equal to area into tensile means tensile stress, that is sigma t. So P is equal to area means pi divided by 4 d square into sigma t, and d should be calculated first. So at very first or first step we have to calculate d value by using P is equal to area into tensile stress. So therefore D, it is unknown. So D square should be taken outside. Then D square is equal to the remaining factors. By substituting all values, you will get D value exactly 44 mm. That is D. D means what? Diameter of the rod. Okay. And other dimensions of the knuckle joint, yeah, similar to the last problem. So by using the different empirical formulae which are available in DDHB page number 67, that is we have to find out capital B, capital C, capital D value, capital E value, capital F value. So first we have to find out all these values by using the empirical formula which are listed in page number 67 DDHB. So next, second thing is failure of the knuckle pin in shear. So we know that what is the formula? Load is equal to area into stress. So which type of stress is here? Tau. Tau means what? Shear stress. Therefore pi divided by 4 into d1 square into tau into 2, because double shear. By using this problem, by using this formula, you can apply all these data and you can find out tau value. And tau value means what? Induced shear stress of the knuckle pin. So that should be less than given permissible value, hence it is safe. Okay, so here also it is less than the given permissible value, hence the design is safe of the knuckle pin. Okay, so next coming to discuss about the third point, that is failure of the single eye or rod end in tension. We know that load is equal to area into tension means sigma t, that is tensile stress. Therefore F value into bracket D value, capital D value minus small d1 close the bracket into sigma t, that is tensile stress. Okay, so what we are going to calculate here, we should calculate sigma t. Therefore sigma t has to be taken outside and remaining values should be substituted in this formula, and finally we will get sigma t. Therefore sigma t is equal to 34.43 Newton per mm square. So hence it is less than given permissible value, hence the design is safe. Okay, so next failure of the forked end in tension. Forked end may fail in tension due to the load with respect to formula. So what is the formula here? P is equal to 2 times of 2 into bracket capital D minus small d1 into capital B into sigma t. Okay, but here in this problem, in this step or in this step, what we have to calculate? Sigma t. So sigma t has to be taken outside and remaining data should be substituted in this equation. Finally we will get a sigma t. Therefore sigma t is equal to 34.43 Newton per mm square. Here this is the induced tensile stress of the forked end, and it should be less than the given permissible value, hence the design is safe. Okay, because it is less than the given permissible value. So next, from the above design, induced shear stress stresses are less than the permissible stresses, therefore the design of knuckle joint is safe. Okay, so now question, answers and homework. So this is the practice the given unsolved problems and practice the multiple choice questions. So here I have given one unsolved problem on knuckle joint. So here this is the problem history. So that is design a knuckle joint to transmit 150 kilonewton. The design stresses may be taken as 75 megapascal in tension, 60 megapascal in shear and 150 megapascal in compression. But actually you have to take the data very clearly and correctly. That is design of knuckle joint transmit 150 kilonewton. It means that P, capital P is equal to 150 kilonewton. 150 kilonewton means 150 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. Okay, so this is the right data that we have to take it. Design stresses may be taken as tension. Tension means what? Tensile. So tensile stress, that is sigma t is equal to 75 megapascal. That should be equal to 75 Newton per mm square, and 60 megapascal in shear, that is tau value. Tau value is equal to 60 Newton per mm square, and crushing stress, that is sigma c is equal to 150 megapascal. Okay, so here answers are also I have given here. So first you should take the data and solve the problem. Later on you can compare with my answers. That is, the final answer is D is equal to 52 mm. Tau shear stress is equal to 35.35 31 in Newton per mm square. Sigma T, that is tensile stress, is equal to 36.05 Newton per mm square, and sigma C is equal to 36.05 Newton per mm square. So like these answers. So first take down the data and start the procedure and solve the problem, and later on you can compare with the answers which are given in this problem. Okay, so this is the second question. The design a knuckle joint to connect two MS rods subject to an axial pull. Axial pull, it is nothing but capital P. P is equal to 100 kilonewton, that is equal to 100 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. The allowable stresses for rods and pins are 1 into 10 raised to 5 kilonewton per meter square. So you have to convert all these in terms of Newton per mm square, but here actually kilonewton per meter square is a meter square, so that you have to convert it into kilonewton per Newton per mm square. So next to 1.3 into 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to 5 kilonewton per mm meter square, and 0.66 into 10 raised to 5 kilonewton per meter square in tension, crushing, shear stress respectively. The bending of the pin is prevented by selection of the proper fit. Okay, answers are given here, and first take down the data and solve the actual problem. Later on you can compare with my answers that I have given. Okay, so and last problem is design a knuckle joint for a tie rod of a circular section to sustain a maximum pull of 70 kilonewton. That is, P is given, P is equal to 70 kilonewton, that is equal to 70 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. The ultimate strength of the material of the rod against tearing. Tearing means what? Sigma T. So sigma T is given, that is 420 megapascal, therefore 420 into 420 Newton per mm square. The ultimate tensile and shear strength of the pin material are so and so, that is 396 megapascal respectively. Determine the tie rod. Okay, so next take factor of safety. So when the factor of safety is given, at that time you have to calculate working stress, just divided by factor of safety. Then what ultimate stress divided by factor of safety, you will get working stress. Okay, so here this point is very clear. Factor of safety is given. When the factor of safety is given, you should not forget it, so you have to consider it. So you have to divide it by the ultimate shear stresses and ultimate tensile and crushing stresses. Therefore you will get actual working stresses. Later on you can start up the problem and solve the problem. After that you can compare the answers what I have shown. Okay, so here this is the multiple choice question history. So there are 8 questions. Outer diameter of the D is dash, thickness of the single rod and dash. So these are all the multiple choice questions. So what I have discussed in last session, so these are all the similar questions, but it is concerned to the knuckle joint. So now let us understand one by one. First question is outer diameter of the eye D is dash, and there are so many options. There are 4 options: D, 2D, 3D, 4D. And second question is thickness of the single eye or rod end F is dash, D 1.5D, 1.25D, 2D. So I am not going to say the answers, just you study the multiple choice questions first, and there are so many answers, and judge yourself after listening and after getting knowledge from this one. Okay, third question is thickness of the pin head and collar E is either it is D by 2 or D by 6, D by 4, D by 8. So what is the right answer? That you have to pick and judge it, write it. Okay, so next the fourth question is diameter of the knuckle pin head and collar C is whether this answer is right and this answer is right, or this answer is right or this answer is right. So first study the concept of the knuckle joint and different dimensions and judge the right answer. Okay, so fifth question is failure of the rod in tension. P is equal to pi divided by 4 d square into sigma t, when P is 150 kilonewton, sigma t is 750 and D is dash. Okay, so it is simple question, and just by the answer is formula is also given, data is also given. Only the thing is to calculate d value by applying or by substituting this formula and these values in this equation. You can get a d value. Finally you can judge it. Okay, so next sixth question, failure of the knuckle pin in shear so and so. These are all the given data. Just only the thing is to calculate tau value. So tau means what? Shear stress. Okay, all these questions are here. And one more question is here, last but one question, that is failure of eye or rod in tension. P is equal to F into bracket d minus d1 into sigma t when P is 150 kilonewton, F is 78 mm, D is 104 mm, D1 is 52 mm, then sigma t is to be calculated. So here all these values are given and formula is also given. Only the thing is to calculate sigma t. So there are four options are there. First take down the data and solve the problem, and finally compare the answers which are given in the objective type. Okay, so last question is failure of eye or rod in shear. P is equal to F into bracket d minus d1 into shear stress when P is 150 kilonewton, F is 78 mm, D is 104 mm, D1 is 52 mm, then tau is dash. Okay, so formula is here, then all the data are here. Just only the thing is to substitute all the data which are given in the problem. Then later on you can calculate tau value, that is shear stress. Okay, so there are four options, and write up the right answer for this question number 8. So finally all the answers for the above questions, serial number 1 to 8, are listed here. That is for right answer for question number 1 B, right answer for question number 2 C, right answer for question number 3 A, right answer for question number 4 A is D, right answer for question number 5 is A, right answer for question number 6 is B, right answer for question number 7 is D. So similarly for right answer for this question, that is 8th question B. So these are all the questions with the answers. So you have to practice with these. Definitely you will become a perfect man in design of knuckle joint. So the references. So for preparing this video, I have referred so many things or so many books like R.S. Kurmi, Machine Design by R.S. Kurmi, and Bhandari, as well as DDHP, Design Data Handbook, that is written by K. Mahadevan and K. Balavira Reddy, CVS Publications. Okay, so finally I would like to express my sincere thanks to the LMS team. They are the leaders, that is Gopinath sir, who is the leader or who is the chairman of our automobile engineering board. Okay, so one more person, Sri Jagdish R. Bagali. I am also thankful to him, that is Jagdish R. Bagali, LMS coordinator. So I would like to express my sincere thanks to moderator sir, that is TP Chavan sir, Mangalore Polytechnic. Okay, so I am also express my sincere thanks to our subject experts, Sri S.S. Samboji sir, KHK Polytechnic, Dharwad. Okay, and I would like to express my sincere thanks to all our colleagues and team members. Okay, if any queries you have, please mail to me, that is bhwmasenkrl@gmail.com, bhimsenkrl@gmail.com. So thanks for watching this video, and keep in touch with me if you have any queries, okay, regarding this subject, that is knuckle joint. Okay, so thank you one and all.